You didn't ask for nothing. Why would I diss you, Cam? It ain't me, it's you. Why would I diss you when you show my son love?
Queenzflip has responded to Killer Cam, and he's got excuses. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So, yo. This is a week of mad beef with the podcast people in hip hop and in sports. Let me give you a recap of the story. Melissa Ford, who's a regular on the Joe Budden podcast, went on there and insinuated that Mace and Killer Cam had potentially messed with underage females back in the early 90s, which is outlandish and crazy things just to throw out there, you know what I mean, on a public platform. She basically apologized afterwards, and you think, alright, maybe that's gone and dead. Maybe that's what she thought. But Killer Cam went on live with his Tupac bandana on, and he was mad. Understandably, in these times, to have that kind of allegation against you can get you cancelled straight away. And that's what Killer was saying. But he went on to diss Melissa Ford heavily, insinuate a lot of things, that she did something crazy in the toilets with Ice-T, you know what I mean? Even said that he might even sue for defamation of character. I doubt he's gonna do that. I think he was just in his emotions. And he even called out Queenzflip, someone he's been supporting for many years for no monetary gain. Called him washed up and called Melissa Ford washed up as well. Called them has-beens and all that, man. He went in on Queenzflip too. And I like Queenzflip. But yo, Queenzflip has responded. He did a little sit-down video. It was edited, it wasn't live. But he responded to Cameron's issues with him.
You didn't ask for nothing. Why would I diss you, Cam? It ain't me, it's you. Why would I diss you when you show my son love? Why would I diss you when you put me onto a bigger bag, Cam? It ain't me, it's you. You always jump out the window. And why? Because of that favor that you asked me to do was crazy. To think that I would do that, the fact that you even asked me to do that was crazy to me. But I know you was going through some things I understood, and I love you, Killer. You my man, I love you. You the first person in this industry to put me onto a bag. Why would I play you? It ain't me, it's you.
And he kept referring to this favor that Cam asked him to do, and it was crazy. He said it about 4 or 5 times. And I think I'm not the only one thinking, what was this favor? I want to know. Because it sounds interesting. Like, what was it? What was the thing that he asked him to do? Like, was it to blow up a building? Was it to shoot somebody? Was it some sort of crazy thing like that? Nah, probably not that. But, you know, I would love to know what that favor was. They're kind of keeping it under wraps. But yeah, Queenzflip basically was saying how he wasn't trying to play Cam, and none of them on the podcast co-signed what Melissa Ford was saying. And that's why Queenzflip put out a tweet asking why there's no other female podcasters or females in general out here trying to support Melissa Ford as she's on a lonely hill, basically all by herself fighting this thing with Cam. That's what Cam was upset about, Queenzflip tweet. So he basically, Queenzflip was just defending himself, saying how Cam definitely helped his career, supported him when he had nothing, and made a lot of money from the skits he did with Cam, and that he would never ever go against Cam for that reason. Because Cam was like bigging up Queenzflip family, his mother, his son, and all that. So Queenzflip appreciated that as well. Big Cam for that. But he also wasn't happy the way Cam was making him look like a little boy, saying that how he begged to wear Cam's jacket from certain music videos from the past and just sunning him basically. But in a nutshell, Queenzflip was basically saying how he only put out that tweet to see if other females would come and back Melissa Ford, because no one on the Joe Budden podcast actually went out to support her. But he said he understood why Cam could see how that could be interpreted that way. And he said also that whoever told Cam that is trying to cause that confusion. But in my opinion, anybody reading that tweet is going to see that it sounds like you're supporting Melissa Ford and you want someone to support her. He was better off just staying out of it like he does for other things. I don't really see this as a real beef between him and Flip, because you've seen Cam make up with other people that when it's much deeper than that anyway. And since they've known each other for a long time, and Cam admitted that he has a good relationship with Flip's son, I can't see it really going on for a long time. Just a conversation, we'll probably sort it out. But I ain't gonna lie, it's weird to see that Joe Budden's podcast and Cam's podcast even have an issue, because Cam's is all about sports. He doesn't even talk about hip hop at all. But I think Joe Budden, he just has a little tactic to stir up drama with different people, different platforms, just for his ratings for his podcast. Because he's done it with a few times now with Drake and NBA Youngboy recently, issues with Birdman. I mean, the whole year of it. Leave in the comment below how many beefs Joe Budden started from this podcast. It's a lot. Let's keep it real. But yeah, I think they'll make up Queenzflip and Cam. I think it's just a small bump in the road. What I'm surprised is with Cam didn't even take any shots at Joe Budden though. I think Joe, especially Joe's response to Cam, was kind of like saying how Cam is being sensitive and stuff. Which if I was Cam, I wouldn't be happy with that. Because any guy being accused of what Melissa Ford said would definitely be upset. Although I do think Cam was a bit too extra with his response. I think to go on for about half an hour about it was a bit extra. He seemed too emotional. But who knows, maybe there will be a It Is What It Is and Joe Budden podcast beef, which is going to span on for years. Maybe it'll be the new East Coast, West Coast, Biggie, Tupac type of beef. Watch this space for 2024. Podcast beef is going to take it to the streets. But anyway, people, I want to know what you lot think. Do you think Queenzflip's response to Killer Cam was sufficient? Do you think he explained himself well? Or do you think it was all kind of hot air? Do you think Cam was over the top with his response? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bezel. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.
You didn't ask for nothing. Why would I diss you, Cam? It ain't me, it's you. Why would I diss you when you show my son love? Why would I diss you when you put me onto a bigger bag, Cam? It ain't me, it's you. You always jump out the window. And why? Because of that favor that you asked me to do was crazy. To think that I would do that, the fact that you even asked me to do that was crazy to me. But I know you was going through some things I understood, and I love you, killer. You my man, I love you. You're the first person in this industry to put me onto a bag. Why would I play you? It ain't me, it's you. Let me break it down.